Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra Land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Breaking news: UK-based activist drops bombshell analysis at ICC over injustice against Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra people. Nigerian government in panic. Ya bụ ozi ka iji wee bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi nya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gbasara ya ozi a ma gwakwa ihe iche na comment section. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
Is an Igbo man that is involved. His own condition, or probably the law that is being applied to him, is entirely quite different. Just stay with me. I'm going to expose a lot of things for you to understand what Balame Tinubu is trying to do. We've told him to order James Omotosho to release this particular man, Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't have any single case against him. But before I delve into this question, into this particular topic, I want to ask an important question. Please do well to drop your answers in the comment section. Are you people aware that the Nigerian government did not invade Benin Republic to go and arrest Sunday Igboho? In fact, they had to, apply for an extradition. They had to follow international rules and laws to, arrest that particular man. But they did not succeed, because they applied for the extradition, and Balame Tinubu and some Yoruba leaders blocked that particular extradition. But when it came to Nnamdi Kanu's case, they did not even apply for any extradition to Kenya. Rather, they invaded Kenya and made sure they abducted that particular man illegally, because he's an Igbo man. I've often said it here that whenever it comes to the case of an Igbo man, that the entire conditions or terms are quite different. Now, have you asked yourself once again, why is it that despite everything that Sunday Igboho is not being prosecuted, the Nigerian government did not? There is no court in the Federal Republic of Nigeria that has any case against Sunday Igboho. The Nigerian government is not prosecuting. They did not file any single charge against that particular man. But look at what they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu. They brought more than how many charges? Now, the question I want to ask is this, because I will need the answers in the comment section. What is it that Nnamdi Kanu did that is quite different from what Sunday Igboho did? Even though we all know that Nnamdi Kanu is a bigger, a freedom fighter than Sunday Igboho, who just came out, a few days ago, a few years ago. Nnamdi Kanu's message has been bigger than what Sunday Igboho was preaching. But in similar instances, they were all seeking for secession. The Nigerian government did not, as a matter of fact, file any terrorism charges against Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho told the Fulani herdsmen to actually leave some other, Boko and some other areas in the Yoruba land because they were causing a lot of issues. The Nigerian government did not file. The DSS and the security agency said that they saw a lot of things in Sunday Igboho zone when they invaded it. They did not, file any charge against him in court, and Sunday Igboho is not facing any charge in court. But when it came to Nnamdi Kanu's, listen, despite the fact that they don't have any charge against him, they kept on cooking up charges. Now, the question I'm asking is, why is Nnamdi Kanu still in detention? And a lot of people do not know that Balame Tinubu is practically aware of all these things. He is practically aware. Why didn't he, continue with the prosecution of Sunday Igboho? Is it that all the things that Sunday Igboho did has been, forgotten? Why? Meanwhile, it is Nnamdi Kanu that is being strongly, held in DSS dungeon. When I tell people that the marginalization of Igbos is what keeps Nigeria together, I've often said it. The common hate that other people have for the Igbos is what keeps Nigeria together. That is why when he's an Igbo man, they would always want his own case to be different. They would always want them to be intimidated. I did a video here one certain time when an American journalist kept on saying that the Nigerian government are scared of the Igbos to an extent that, as a matter of fact, they don't want these people to leave, because they know that when these people leave, they can develop a nation that is so big and fast in development and in all ramifications. And again, they said the Nigerian government do not want these particular people to occupy important positions in the country because they are scared and probably intimidated by their talent and by their charisma and all that. So if you see that the Nigerian government do not want the Igbos to make any progress, either forward or backward. They just want to, be the one to dictate what the Igbos will be. But it is not going to work for them. I just mentioned to you that Sunday Igboho, the Nigerian government had to apply for extradition from Benin Republic, and the extradition was actually, blocked. There are a lot of rumors saying that Balame Tinubu was among the people that actually blocked that particular extradition of Sunday Igboho. But guess what the Nigerian government did when it came to the case of Nnamdi Kanu? They illegally went to Kenya, abducted him against or tortured him there and punished him and actually brought him back. And the most annoying thing is that the courts have actually ruled that what the Nigerian government did, it has been an established fact that what the Nigerian government did was kidnapping. It was an abduction. And you could imagine that shamefully Nigerian courts are trying a kidnapped victim. I've often said it here, that Nnamdi Kanu remains a kidnapped victim. So shamefully, the Nigerian court, the Nigerian judiciary has the, morale to actually try a kidnapped victim. The only person who said, no, I'm not going to try this particular man because he's a kidnapped victim is Justice Sanatu from Plateau State, from the Court of Appeal in 2022. She said, I'm not going to continue with Nnamdi Kanu's case because he's a kidnapped victim, and decided and ordered the federal government to free him and release him unconditionally because the Nigerian federal government do not have the local standing. We call it the local standing to try Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have the local standing to try him because they cannot try a kidnapped victim, because the constitution of their own land, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, stipulated in clear terms in the Federal High Court Act that extraordinary rendition or illegal rendition is an act of terrorism. It is tantamount, it is equivalent to an act of terrorism. So he cannot, enable or be an enabler of terrorism, because when you keep on trying Nnamdi Kanu, who is illegally abducted or public rendition to the country, you are enabling an act of terrorism which is stipulated in your own constitution. Why I brought this is for you to see Bola Tinubu's bias and prejudice. That no charge was actually filed against Sunday Igboho till today. Not even one single charge was actually filed against him. But this was the same man that kept on agitating for Yoruba Nation, which is secession, which is the same thing they are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of. The same man that actually ordered the Fulanis to leave, which was almost the same thing Nnamdi Kanu said, that the Fulani herdsmen to actually leave the southeast because they are causing mayhem, unaliving a lot of people. And he told people to actually resort to self-defense. And the Nigerian federal government started accusing him that he was instigating violence, this and that against an ethnic group. But the same Nigerian government watched these Fulani herdsmen unalive people in millions, in thousands, in hundreds, in communities, chased away communities. The same thing they are doing in Benue and Plateau State. The Nigerian government did not do anything. Even when Nnamdi Kanu and a lot of people told them, put a ban on open grazing and do not allow these people to keep on moving around, the Nigerian government gave deaf ears. The Igbos that were unalive do not matter. The Igbos that were unalive do not matter to them. The most important lives are the Fulani herdsmen. But when the Fulani herdsmen keep on unaliving people like the same way they are doing in Benin and other, the Nigerian federal government do not think that the lives of those that were unalive matters. But anybody that rises up to tell them or put a ban on open grazing or challenge these Fulani herdsmen, that person will be sentenced, that person will be accused, that person will be apprehended, that person will be charged to court, and that person will be accused of terrorism and all that. This was what Sunday Igboho did. Nnamdi Kanu did it. But guess who is actually being charged? Nnamdi Kanu. Guess who is actually being prosecuted? Nnamdi Kanu. Why Sunday Igboho is working freely? This is Bola Tinubu's bias. No single charge was actually brought against that particular man in Sunday Igboho. That is why I've told James Omotosho, you should understand that the reason why they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention is because of what? The common hatred they have against the Igbo man. The common hatred they have against the Igbo man. I can give you instances. The stupid Asari Dokubo from the South region who has kept on attacking the Igbos, threatening the Igbos every now and then, brandishing guns, who owns a military group. The Nigerian federal government has not actually prosecuted him or charged him. This was a man who has come out often to say he's going to unalive the Igbos, this and that. He is building a military group, an army group for his own purpose. And the Nigerian government has not even charged him or probably arrested him. Rather, the Nigerian government is enabling him and giving him more contracts. For you to show you the bias, the prejudice that's actually going on in this particular country. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense in any single way. Just make it make sense. It wouldn't make sense to anybody. Now, some of you come here and tell me it was not Bola Tinubu that illegally arrested Nnamdi Kanu. I have told you people to stop saying that, or anybody that is saying that. Bola Tinubu government is continuing. It is Bola Tinubu's decision to continue Nnamdi Kanu's trial. He has the prerogative of mercy, or what I call the prerogative of right in the Constitution of Nigeria, to free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. The same way he has decided not to prosecute his own brother, being Sunday Igboho, is the same way he can decide not to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu, but he decided to continue prosecuting him. So I am no longer mentioning Buhari's name. Buhari is gone, far, far gone. It is Bola Tinubu that is currently holding Nnamdi Kanu. Do not let anybody deceive you for any reason. Do not let anybody deceive you for any reason. He is the grand commander, whatever they call them, or the number one citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has all the right to free this particular man. So let nobody come out here to say that it is not Bola Tinubu. We should not blame Bola Tinubu. The same antic that Umahi wanted to come and use in the Southeast to deceive the Igbos to vote for Bola Tinubu is a lie. Let nobody deceive you. Tinubu is very biased and his prejudice is showing everywhere. If he's not biased, why is he not filing any case against Igboho? Because government is continuum. He can decide to start filing a case on something you feel that is not right. But no, they mentioned that they protected their own brother, Igboho, and Bola Tinubu still want to continue with the prosecution, with the illegal prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I don't blame them, Sha. Well, I just wanted to point out the bias of this and tell James Omotosho to ensure that he served justice to Nnamdi Kanu by releasing and freeing him on the 10th of October.
Ngwano, dalo nene no umunnem dikun sinesera ni bo media. Gini kunu wali ikwu na nkawa nke unu. Gbasta maka ihe nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Gwa ya ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. Deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere. Ma chetakwa tụsa ya bụ ozi ka o were ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewo na ụmụnne m ka emesịa nụ.